I tried journaling every single day for 30 days. Find out in today's video what exactly are the benefits to journaling and how you can start right now. Hello everyone, welcome to the NASTI Dynasti, where we learn about life-changing habits, skill sets, and mindsets to help us all become more nasty. As the title suggests, I have been journaling for 30 days and surprisingly there are quite a few benefits that I've observed. For today's video, I'll mainly be covering about the different components of journaling that I personally use, as well as how each component actually helps me. But for now, let me just briefly covering what exactly is journaling. If I were to put it simply, journaling can be split into two categories. The first will be a diary, while the second will be something like a reflection. When you do journaling like a diary, you're basically recording down significant events that happen throughout the entire day or even throughout the entire week, and recording them down as memories in the form of words. Whereas when you do journaling like a reflection, you're basically going through what went wrong and what went well throughout the entire day and try to learn from every single day such that you can constantly improve yourself. So depending on your primary objective and what you're trying to gain from this entire experience of journaling, the type of journaling that you will be doing will differ. For me, I use journaling something like a self-improvement technique where I try to review on all the good things and all the bad things that I did throughout the entire day so that I can constantly improve myself as the day passes. So for me, a reflective form of journaling will be more applicable. So let me just guide you through the different components that I use for journaling and how each component benefits me. Who knows, after this video maybe you'll want to pick up journaling as well. Okay, so right now it's night time. It's about 10:17 p.m. So journaling is something that I use to end off the day rather than just, lying on my bed and then scrolling through Instagram until I'm tired and I fall asleep with my phone on my face or some shit. Yeah, so you can look at it as something like a cue for your mind to send messages to your body to tell your body that you're about to sleep soon. Yeah, so as you can see from my journal over here, right, it's actually quite small. Okay, it's quite small, and then I usually carry it around with me, like even if I were to go to my friend's house to stay over or something like that. So make sure that your journal is small enough so that you are able to carry it around, because sometimes some things might happen along the way and you just really want to write it down quickly before you forget. Yeah, so I've actually filled out my journal a lot. Yeah, all the way already. So it's almost empty now. So I'm going to start a fresh new journal for today's entry. Yeah, so there are mainly 6 things that I write down when I journal, because previously I mentioned that my journal is more of reflective, right? So these are the questions that I use to prompt myself so that I ensure that the journal is as reflective as it gets. Yeah, so right now I'm just going to open up a new book, correct? Because just now I said that mine was full. And then I'm just going to show you all how I go through each component of my journaling and what I learned from each component. So the first thing that I usually write about are 3 good things that happened today. So these things can include anything from helping an auntie cross the road to even winning the lottery. I mean, if you win the lottery, of course. By writing these 3 good things, it helps me to find the good points of every day, even the worst days, so that I'm able to feel better about myself and end things on a more positive note. It also helps me to give myself more credit for trying hard and, in a sense, emotionally rewarding myself for putting in so much effort throughout the entire day. The second will be 3 things that I am grateful for. Humans in general, once we have too much of something, usually anything at all, we will take it for granted and not appreciate it as much, regardless of whether it is tangible or intangible, like money or love. By writing what we are grateful for throughout the day, we will look out for things that we are grateful for and approach every day with a more positive outlook. Even being grateful for the rain because it has been so hot recently is counted. Sometimes, I will come across videos of people who may not be living as easy lives as I am, and it really makes me grateful for the small things like having food on my plate and the fact that I can even walk. Writing these 3 points just makes me have a very, soothing feeling in my heart, because I feel very blessed for having the small things in my life every single day. The third will be 3 bad things that happen and how I can improve. Similar to the good things that happen throughout the day, when we are having our good days, we might be unaware that we make mistakes throughout the day or unintentionally hurt the people around us with our words because we are too caught up in the moment. So actually, by finding 3 bad things that happen, we actually humble ourselves and find things to improve on, regardless of how perfect we deem ourselves to be. Whenever I write down this point, I will also write down how to improve so that I actually do something about my mistakes or bad practices. If not, there really isn't much point in writing it down. Sometimes I actually feel bad about writing so many bad things about myself throughout the day, especially on the super bad days. But I guess in a sense, it actually helps me to recognize myself and actually accept myself for who I am and constantly seek to improve myself. So the fourth will be 3 things that I'm looking forward to the next day. Some days we just feel like utter shit, like actually shit. By adding these 3 things I am looking forward to, I find things that I am genuinely interested in and excited to doing the next day. And it also makes me feel grateful for the small things in life too. Even something as simple as looking forward to a gathering with your friends or a family dinner. Or heck, even eating that cookie that your fan baked for you is counted as something that you can look forward to the next day. By doing this, you are actually able to end the day on a good note, and you're able to find yourself falling asleep with a smile on your face because you have actually something to wake up for. The fifth will be a summary of the key events that happen on the day itself. I usually don't do this, and I only do it when something very important happens and I really want to go and write it down so that I keep this as a memory for myself to look back on in the years ahead. But if you guys want to add it into your journal, I feel that it is a damn good addition. But it might take a bit longer for you to finish your journal entry. So the last will be an end of the week work-life balance check. I'll just be doing it now because I just want to show you guys how it looks like. So we only have 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. It is almost impossible for you to have a fixed allocation of time every single week to the different components in your life. So how we determine work-life balance is not by the quantity, but rather the quality. Once we have this mindset, our work-life balance will significantly improve. But of course, we have to still continue tracking it and try to improve it every single week. So I actually came up with a grading system out of 10 on how I view certain components in my life for that specific week, and I review it every Sunday. So some common components that you can use are health, family, friends, intimate relationships, work, finances, adventure, hobby, spirituality, and emotion. Or you can also add in any values that you find extremely important in your life. You can't really have everything that you want in life. So by doing this, it actually helps us to prioritize what is actually important for us and try to make time for it. And I am done journaling for the day. With that, I hereby declare journaling a NASTI approved habit. One tip that I'll give for journaling is to actually do it every single day. Journaling doesn't just help you reflect on the night itself or help you to look back on ancient memories that you haven't seen for a super long time. Journaling helps you to improve your overall lifestyle by making you have the tendency to find things to look forward to and things to be grateful for to fill up those pages. You will find yourself slowly changing as you start to write more about yourself and start to find out that your life is actually quite interesting and be grateful for the small things in life. If you're feeling a bit lazy, instead of writing down 3 points, you can actually write down 1 point for each different component so that you don't take too much time when you journal. I think it will probably take you like what, 3 minutes to finish everything? Do let me know in the comment section below whether you'll be taking up this habit challenge. And also, drop me an Instagram DM once you're done with it so that I can know about your personal experience. With that, I will see you next week. Always remember, stay nasty.